Now, in recent times, many people have spoken about the outstanding seasons that Lionel Messi had throughout his entire career. Yet few talk about the 2010 to 2011 season. And I'm doing this because I'm sick and tired of people talking about 2012 Messi, saving the world when it was about to implode. We get it. Messi scored 91 goals in a calendar year, scoring more goals than the likes of Manchester United, Chelsea and PSG. We understand. He's an alien. He scored more goals in 1 year than most footballers would in their entire career. But there's a lot of baggage hiding beneath this stat of 91 goals in a calendar year. Number one, that year Messi missed a crucial penalty in the Champions League against Chelsea, which ultimately led Barcelona to lose the tie thanks to a Fernando Torres last-minute goal. He also lost out on the league to Real Madrid, who boasted 100 points by the end of it, fueled by the brilliance of Cristiano Ronaldo, who scored 61 goals that season himself. However, in the previous season, Messi was genuinely demonic, truly a demon in La Liga and football in general. And if you don't remember correctly, this was UNICEF Messi, blue turtleneck Messi, Messi with the gloves on, Messi with the long hair, dribble merchant Messi, and 23-year-old Messi. Now, Lionel Messi's 2010 to 2011 season was a masterclass in football excellence. This was one of the most remarkable seasons in his illustrious career. Playing under Pep Guardiola, Messi continued to elevate his game, and this season we saw a peak, scoring 53 goals and getting 23 assists in all competitions. These are numbers that blow out of the water every single player in modern football, mainly because combined now people are probably reaching about 60. Combined, that is how much? Someone do the maths. And that season that Messi turned into a demon, he was instrumental in helping Barcelona win a treble, the Champions League, La Liga, and a Supercopa too. And before we dive into some of these performances, let's just talk about the raw numbers. He played 55 games, although 48 of them he actually started, scoring 53 goals and getting 23 assists. In La Liga, he scored 31 goals and got 18 assists. In the Champions League, he got 12 goals and 3 assists in 13 games. In the Copa del Rey, which he played 7 games of, he got 7 goals and 2 assists. And in the Copa de España, which they won, he played 2 games and scored 3 goals. This guy was averaging 1.4 goal involvements per 90 minutes. What? This is not normal. This is not real. This is I just made a deal with the devil type of numbers. And these were the numbers that Messi, Ronaldo, only these two could ever, create as a norm. But Messi, during this time, was on a completely different planet. Now, starting off in August of that season, Messi scored a hat-trick against Sevilla in the Supercopa. Then in the Champions League, Messi made history for Barcelona, surpassing Rivaldo's goal tally of 27 in the competition. It was now Messi who was their all-time leading goal scorer in 2010/11. Think about how many years after he still played for Barcelona in the Champions League. Messi was getting better and better, but then in September of that year, he had an injury scare. He suffered an ankle injury against Atletico Madrid in a 2-1 win in September. But thankfully, to not only Barcelona but to football in general, Messi was able to continue after just a few weeks. And after coming back from this injury, I don't know what happened, but Messi actually got better, because in November of that year too, he was locked into this battle with Cristiano Ronaldo. All of course for La Liga's top goal scorer award. But in 16 matches, Messi had 19 goals and 7 assists. These are stats that some of the best players in the world are putting up in an entire season. Whilst in the same amount of appearances, Ronaldo had 13 goals and 6 assists, which was still brilliant. By the way, for the Ronaldo fans, Ronaldo actually finished with the most league goals out of the two this season, just so that satisfies you during this video. Yeah. But by the end of November in 2010, this battle would slowly slide towards one player, because on November 30th, Barcelona went up against Real Madrid in El Clasico, and this would go down as one of the most iconic classics in Spanish football history, after Barcelona absolutely dismantled Real Madrid 5-0 at the Camp Nou, with Messi providing 2 assists during this game and dictating the entire flow. He didn't get a goal. This game he just decided to orchestrate, and orchestrate he did, because if you go back and watch this 90 minutes, tell me you are seeing a better player on the pitch than Messi, dropping deep to receive the ball, the amount of dribbles, the amount of players he took on during this game, freeing up space for other players to make runs in behind that actually had an effect on each of the goals that were scored. Messi was unreal. unstoppable. And from this game, football fans got that clip of Messi, hobbling off the pitch, looking at the scoreboard and it reading 5-0. But this is where the season only started to warm up for Messi, because in January of 2011, he received the Ballon d'Or award. This made him a back-to-back winner of the trophy, despite the controversies of people saying that Wesley Sneijder deserved it. Because of course the previous season, Sneijder had won, a treble with Inter Milan and got to the final of the World Cup. Sneijder was good, but he was not Ballon d'Or worthy. Let's just calm down. In that Inter Milan side, he was not the best player. Milito was probably one of the best. Yeah? Eto'o, Lucio, Walter Samuel was better than Wesley Sneijder. Now in February of 2011, Barcelona would face Atletico Madrid again. After a game that he previously got injured in, Messi had something to prove, continuing his dominance of this season by scoring a hat-trick against this side. His performances in La Liga were just mesmerizing at this point, and I think everyone just expected him game after game to continue to perform like this, so he did. And it would actually be my club that would suffer at the hands of this Argentinian Smurf, because in March of 2011, in the round of 16 in the Champions League, Barcelona had come up against Arsenal. What did we really think was going to happen during this? Wait, something amazing happened. We won the first leg. Wow, what a moment. This game will go down in history as one of the greatest as an Arsenal fan. That last minute goal, Arshavin, ball gets put across the box, he scores, we're all screaming at home, people in the Emirates are going crazy. I think that's my favourite memory as an Arsenal fan. So in the second leg, Messi put up an absolutely spectacular performance and destroyed Arsenal, scoring twice in a 3-1 victory. His first goal being a literal chip over the keeper after a mesmerizing solo run, and this would actually go down as one of the most iconic finishes of his entire career. We absolutely got abused by Messi. Then in the next round, in the quarterfinals, Messi would break Ronaldo Nazario's record for having the most goals scored in a season for Barcelona, bringing Messi's tally to 48. In the first leg, Barcelona won 5-1, Messi getting a goal and an assist, and again, his fingerprints were just all over this performance. And in the second leg, the pattern would continue with Barcelona winning and Messi scoring. But then the semi-finals comes about, and it's not just any Arsenal, Shakhtar Donetsk, Shakhtar Donetsk, Arsenal. It was Real Madrid that Barcelona were going to come up against. And as an Arsenal fan, I was seeing this and thinking, finally, put that Smurf in the dirt. You don't even need to dig a grave that's 6 foot. Could be 5 foot. But then the first leg of this tie commenced. It was Real Madrid versus Barcelona at the Santiago Bernabeu. And it was not the Bernabeu, it was the Bernabeu. Because Barcelona would win 2-0. Messi would score 2 goals. He would also have 5 successful dribbles, 4 key passes, and 3 shots on target in the 90 minutes, whilst also scoring one of the most iconic goals in football history, where Busquets just rolls in the ball and from nearly the center circle, Messi runs through the entire Real Madrid back line and finishes. This wasn't just any scrub team, this was Real Madrid, a team that the following year would win the La Liga with 100 points. And Messi absolutely fondled with this team, playing about with them like just he was playing FIFA on beginner mode. And in the second leg, Real Madrid would fight back. They would finish the game 1-1, but it was Messi again that made the difference for Barcelona to help them hold out, with him getting an assist and setting up the decisive goal in the tie. And then we all know the game that happened next. It was the final of the Champions League in 2011 against Manchester United. And during this game, despite the stakes of it being a final, Messi would just play as he usually does, just a walk in the park, leaving the game with just a goal, just an assist, 4 key passes and 6 dribbles completed, and also a Champions League trophy, because this guy ran riot throughout the entire 90 minutes. Watching this game back, I have never seen a player so involved in a football match, being the fulcrum of every single attack going forward, not stopping, being relentless, absolutely making these Manchester United defenders shake in their boots. This was not, the Man United of now, with the scrubs that are playing, fighting down in 15th. This was a title-winning Man United side. He was pulling players out of position and then just popping the ball between Xavi and Iniesta deep in the midfield before, making a solo run himself and then scoring from it. And even for his goal in this game, it was a little bit of build-up play, a little bit of running, and bang, in the back of the net. And I think that game perfectly sums up this peak of a season where Messi turned into an absolute demon. Because the 53 goals and 23 assists in 55 matches was great and all, but the performances. That's what we're not talking about. Because a player can have a season where they score like 65 goals, blah, blah, blah. But are the goals that good? Did you earn these wins? Were you instrumental in every single game? Or did you just score a goal in a game where you didn't actually play that well? This season, Messi defied every rule of football, because sometimes players could have a good game whilst doing nothing and showing up. Yet every single game that Messi played in the 2010 to 2011 season, he showed up, dictated the play, orchestrated it, and actually came off as him just playing a game, a video game, the entire season. And in my opinion, this season would lay the foundation for a continued dominance of Messi and, again, Ronaldo, because whenever Messi got better, Ronaldo did too. It was a rivalry that we will never see again. But again, Messi's season this season was just out of this world. But let me know your favorite season of Messi during his time at Barcelona. And of course, what did you make of this season? Were you alive to see it? Did you actually watch the games, or are you going to go back now and just watch some of the games because of watching this video? Of course, if you enjoyed it in any way, make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe. This has been Jib Rules. You can also support the channel even more by becoming a member and seeing all my unlisted videos. And of course, stay safe, stay blessed, and peace.